Hey there, Boots on here. This is a Creda Debonair Autopump spin dryer. Inside there's a lid on it. Well, on top there's a lid. There's a little latch. As you can see, that orange thing there latches in here. I don't really think it does anything. There should be a bit of plastic on here that's broken. It is down in the bottom there. It should go in here and click at some level and cause the thing to turn on. It has a plate on the back telling us what it is. It's a Creda J8709B00551, type 37067, made in Staffordshire, made in Great Britain. It has a pump out, so there's a nozzle there for this thing to be connected down here. I've taken that off. I plugged it in and the fuse popped on the house, the circuit breaker. The residual current device popped actually. It's got an old plug with solid brass pins all the way to the back. A cable made by BIC, British Insulated Calendars Cables, made in Great Britain. So wonder when it's from. I'd say 80s to 90s. Creda Debonair. I would like to get it going because I think these things are becoming more popular again. People think that, you know, spinning your laundry is a good idea before you try to dry it. The reality is, and we've done tests on this before, that spinning in one of these gets it pretty much as dry as a 1400 spin or a 1600 spin washing machine. So it might help. These things, they go a bit faster. I think their spin is a bit faster, except that the area of the centrifuge is a lot smaller, so you're not, the way I see it is like a washing machine drum is bigger, so if it spins, the force at the outside of that circle will be a lot greater than the force at the outside of this circle. Whether or not that's true is up to you. I'm going to take the top off and have a look, and the bottom off and have a look, and we'll get into it. It really stinks. It's a funny machine. It's a bit stinky. I think it's had water sitting in it for a while. So looking down the sides there, you can see there's water at the bottom. This is pretty grim. There's a clothes peg in there somehow. I do have a spin mat for it. It came with a spin mat. That's the thing that's, whoops, better keep that on. Don't know if that's meant to be broken or not, or is that meant to go in a guide or something? Don't know. Oh, come on, get back together. It's got a bit of cushion there to stop it hitting off the side. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get into it from below. Okay then, this is the outlet hose coming down from above, going over here through a pump, which there's a little boot on it. Is that broken or what's happened there? Ah, okay, so that shouldn't, I guess, have a pulley on it, you know. That should be on there. This all looks a bit broken to me now. That pushes in. So that pushes in there. I think that should have a pulley to here. Now that will have a brake on at the moment. There's no sign of any belt in there, however, and the fact that there's no belt means that someone's probably been in there before and messed with it. It's a little mechanical pump strapped to the side, but that wouldn't explain why it pops the fuse whenever you turn it on. So there's a switch up here, micro switch, that's coming from the trigger above by the looks of things. On the front, set of wheels on the back here, bit of fluff and tissue. Now where could that belt be? A belt can't just disappear, so someone would have had to come in and take it out. But if you took it out, you'd know you. Oh, sorry, here we are. It's broken. I didn't even recognize it as a belt. Okay, so that looks to be circular in cross section, some kind of rubber. I can make one of those out of some belting that I have, same as I did for when I repaired a Clark lathe. That's the fix. Okay, that's possible. Now this doesn't look quite right though. That looks like it's pump has been stuck somehow and blocked. So taking that pump off, that shaft is stuck, so that's seized. So that's not going to help. Doesn't explain why it popped the fuse. So power comes in here, goes over here to a little block. The only switch on the machine, from what I can tell, is up there, that micro switch. There's a cable here also over to that micro switch, like a bicycle cable or a Bowden cable. That, when it's pulled on, will release the brake, or when it's pulled it'll release the brake. So that should spin the motor, and that is spinning. I'll say freely, but I could turn it against the brake, so it's not so bad. This thing, however, that I suspect that should be bonded onto the shaft up there. So let's take off the pump and have a look at it. So I need to get the hoses off first. The hose over here, which you can't see, is already loose, so I can just take it off that way rather than trying to open another one. And that doesn't look too clean. It doesn't look blocked either. This one, usually with these, if you can get something in and then twist them off sideways, that helps. Let's try loosening this guy off first. This machine is smelly. I could power wash it, I guess. So that's the pump loose. It should just be a matter of then getting some more of these clips off. So to get these clips off, what you do is you stick a screwdriver in and twist them sideways, if you can get a grip on it. It releases the snappy teeth. So by twisting it sideways, you release the teeth sideways, and to close it you just snap it up like that. Now that won't turn at all. Let's try and get in here. Some little rusty nodules in there, but nothing bad. Very simple, and that's it. It's completely free again now. It's just something in there. There's a bronze bush by the looks of things, or brass, that was rusty. I don't know what would seal that though, however. Presuming there's some bit of rubber or something in the middle. So that's that. What would stop it working? You could apply power directly to the motor. I didn't even try to turn it on, so the issue could just be in the plug. Let's have a look at the plug. It's wired correctly. It's got a fuse. Looks okay in there. Check the cable for damage. A very strong smell of cigarettes off this machine, which makes me question my choices in life. So I've given the inside of the pump a bit of a clean out, and given that impeller blade a bit of a clean out. That's the washer back on. There is some kind of a rubber washer in there, in behind this silver thing, which is staked over using heat on plastic by the looks of things. That spins freely now. I gave this pulley a bit of a clean as well, and noticed that it has a little grub screw here in there, so that should grip. I'm not sure if it had glue as well. There's definitely some kind of glue stuck around it, but that should grip. But that's not the issue. That's not the issue. That won't be causing it to have an electrical fault. So I've plugged it in again, and this time it hasn't tripped the fuse, which is good. So what I'm going to try is getting it to come on by clicking this switch up here, perhaps. Where does it have to go? This has to go down. Tricky to get in there. Need something to pull it really more than push it. So it's working now by the looks of things. I'll put the pump back on. I've just tightened up the grub screw. It might work, you know. I need to super glue that little latch back on. So the belting I have is the wrong diameter, but it'll fit on the pulleys, so I'll try it. To get it to join, you have to... Might be enough, if I'm quick. There we go. A little bit of super glue. So I fitted the top back on after mending the little thing with super glue. The plastic clip here is broken. So I happen to have in my drawer of hose clips a spare plastic one, which is quite remarkable really. Hoping it's the right size, but it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. So in the end I just super glued the existing belt back together, and it's already got a crack near that, but I'm hoping this will do the test. I couldn't get the other thing to work. We shall see. That's loose. It's very loose. I don't know if that'll do it at all. It might be dead. That's that. Entirely sure I want to nip this up, but I'll click it a little bit now. Let's give it a dry run. So the lights are still on in the house. There won't be much to see because that's the nature of these things. How do I get this out? It's doing it. I can see it wobbling. Well, it does. So it does appear to be working. Oh, there's something catching there. This little plastic latch isn't coming out. So it starts fine, but it's getting caught. I wonder does the pump work? And there's the brake. We're stuck here on something. Yeah, I've broken that off now. So that's latched onto something, I don't really know what. Works fine. That's not good, shouldn't be doing that. Now it's spinning with no lid on. It's just plain dangerous. It's not spinning very fast either though. Plug it out. It's like the brakes aren't coming on for some reason. But it's not this thing, because this is loose here. I think I'm going to scrap this machine. Quite amazing that it won't stop. Put that in. Oh, I haven't got it plugged in now. Crazy.